The iPad mini has gone down in popularity since the max size of iPhones have come out. Many people are not looking for a device that is about the same size as their iPhone because they are looking for a larger and more powerful device. So what Apple is creating is the iPad Pro Mini. We should see this device coming out sometime this month at one of Apple's events. What's up guys, welcome back to Grant's Info Stop, where I provide you with all the information about Apple products that you would ever want. So if you are interested in content just like this and want to see more, then consider subscribing and leaving a like. For the question of the day, what Apple device are you most excited about this year? The iPad Pro Mini or the new Apple Pencil 3? I can't wait to see all of your answers. So the iPad Pro Mini is one of Apple's newest designs, and it gives their customer a smaller and a pro experience at the same time. The device should have an A14 Bionic chip and an 8.9-inch Liquid Retina display. Sadly, we would probably not be seeing a 120 Hz refresh rate in this device. It should also have a squared off edges just like the previous iPad Pros. All Apple is really doing is shrinking the iPad Pro 11-inch to an 8.9-inch display. This device should have very slim bezels, creating an almost full screen design. So if you remember the iPad Air 4th generation that came out last year, then you would remember that it has the larger bezels. I don't really see much of a difference, but it can make a huge difference if you are using it a lot. This iPad is super cool, and if you also remember, it came with the Touch ID on the lock button. And this leads us into that Apple could be creating a dual activation experience. We could be seeing Touch ID and Face ID on the newest iPad Pro Mini. I think this is so cool because it has a lot of potential, because now that we are wearing all masks, it could let us be able to just use Touch ID at that moment, but also have the experience of Face ID at the same time. So it could be more dependable. If one feature goes out, then you also have a backup on the same device. We more likely will be seeing the same storage options on this iPad. So 128 gigabytes, 256, 512 gigabytes, and I'm sure these are probably all the same. But one that we don't really know about is the 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte of storage gives us so many capabilities and options in our devices. Something that makes the iPad is making it very portable and a super small design. So if you are always adding dongles onto it, it's not really going to make it a super portable design. So if we have 1 terabyte of storage in this device, then we won't have to hook up a hard drive to it every time that we want to video edit. If we don't see 1 terabyte of storage, you can still buy the iCloud experience. So you could buy the 2 terabytes of storage in iCloud form instead of just on the device, but sometimes that can be a little slow. Some might be upset that there probably won't be a LiDAR scanner and the ultra-wide camera on the back of the device, but we will be seeing a 12 megapixel wide-angle lens. This should have smart HDR capability along with portrait mode. Oh my gosh, portrait mode on an iPad, that is so incredible. Wow, our devices have really changed in the past few years. So on the front of the device, we should see a 7 megapixel FaceTime HD camera. This will not be 4K like the iPhone 12 line of phones, but it will include an HD camera. I don't really know that many people that really take a lot of pictures on their iPad, since now that we have our iPhones, that will do so much. And lastly, there should be a USB-C connector on the bottom of the device. Sadly, we will probably not be seeing USB-C in the newest iPhones coming this year, but more likely we should see USB-C in the iPad Pro Mini. And I know, USB-C really makes our devices very compatible with everything, but I don't really see too much of a problem with the Lightning connector. I really think that Apple could be creating their devices to lead up to only using MagSafe, but that would come later on, so we don't really have to worry about that at the moment. One thing that Lightning connectors do good at is making our devices very water sealed, and that is one of Apple's only reasons that they have not switched to USB-C on their iPhone. So a lot of the times when Apple creates a new iPad, we normally see a new Apple Pencil at the same time, and that is what Apple is doing right now. It's kind of crazy that Apple is going back to a glossier finish, because a lot of people really enjoyed the matte finish on the 2nd generation Apple Pencil. Having a glossier finish makes it easier for you to grip on it. So I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons that Apple is going back to a glossier finish. In my opinion, the Apple Pencil is amazing for navigating throughout the device and to do so many different tasks like video video editing and drawing. But one of the main downsides of using it is when you are using Scribble. I was so excited when Scribble came out last year, and I'm sure after a few updates it could get better. But right now when I'm navigating throughout the Apple website, it sometimes glitches out when I'm trying to select what options I want on a new device. Maybe since there are so mixed opinions about a matte finish and a glossier finish, maybe Apple could have the option for their customers to choose what they want. Mac rumors suggest that the Apple Pencil 3 is focusing more on the internals, but we will be seeing a larger tip. So if you remember all the previous models where you have the screw-on tip and you can replace them, well, Apple is still letting you replace them, but they are enlarging that size. Maybe you can buy different tips for different purposes. So you could have one that could be a little bit more flexible for it when you were painting and have a firmer one when you were drawing. It could be housing new sensors and technology inside, so maybe that is a reason that it is a larger design. A patent last year came out with a new design for their tip for sampling colors with a color sensor. So for my final thoughts about all these products, after all these are still leaks and they could change over time. These devices pack so many possibilities inside, and I'm super excited to see what the final product is. I'm super excited that these products could be coming out this month, but we will see. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then consider subscribing and leaving a like. So if you enjoyed this video, then click right here to watch another video just like this, and click right here to watch another one of my awesome videos. And have you subscribed yet? Then click right here and subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any of my upcoming videos that I create. Thanks for stopping in.